Hey guys! So, if you've stumbled upon this reading, this is going to be reading about what's blocking your love connection. Okay, so say you really have feelings for someone and you're like, what is going on? Like, why isn't this working out? What's blocking it? Blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. I'm sure many of you have had that type of situation happen to you before. So that might be why you clicked on this video. But anyways, we're going to look at why that is. What's going on between the two of you on either side, on both sides. That might also help you see if it's resonating as well. I like kind of giving your perspective because then then you kind of get a clue whether it's resonating or not. So we have 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to thank you all so much for all your support, your likes, your comments, and really, and all of you that have purchased things off the wish list for the channel. Like, you guys are excellent, all of you, no matter, how you contribute. I really appreciate you guys. So, as I said, I think the timestamps will be down below. And you can go ahead and take your time, pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Okay, so if you've chosen pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. Isn't that pretty? We've got a few cards. Let me just see here. Oh, oops, I put those upside down. Okay, well, backwards. This is going to, the Wheel of the Year and the 5 of Chalices is going to represent you and kind of what's blocking you, what's in your way. And then we have, for them, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Chalices. So, interesting. And then we're going to take we'll take some oracle cards. I'll shuffle some in a bit, but I'm going to first read these cards. I'll try to keep this short and sweet because I don't like to, blabber too much and then annoy people. So with the Wheel of the Year and the 5 of Chalices, I'm going to tell you guys that I think every single pile here got the Wheel of Fortune. To me, the Wheel of Fortune is about timing and all of that stuff. You're kind of waiting for things to improve, or that could be partially, but I feel like with this combo here with the 5 of Chalices and the Wheel of the Year is that you kind of got sick of waiting at this point. Like, you might have even are in the stage of giving up on this person. For many of you, I feel like it's like you see all this potential over here, but you're just like, I just need to let go. And it seems like all I'm ever waiting is for things to get better, for things to, improve, and it's just not happening. Like, there's nothing going on. And interestingly enough, this arrow falls right on Yule. So you might have been really actually contemplating this, like leaving this person behind in the next year. You might have been spending this, these few weeks before New Year and thinking, man, okay, what do I need to let go of? Maybe I just need to let go of this person. Maybe it's never going to happen. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. On their side, what's blocking them? I think this is going to resonate differently with everybody. So I'm going to give you the variants that I'm seeing here. But to sum it up, honestly, it depends on who this person is, okay? Whether they are, because we have a lot of people involved. So definitely people are involved in what is keeping them away from this connection, or what's blocking them. Now, who the people are is going to depend on the age group and everything and kind of your situation. For some of you, if this person is for instance, a Knight of Pentacles, so a young, well, it doesn't have to be an earth sign, okay? They don't have to be an earth sign, but it talks about as a young person who's really just kind of starting to make their way in the world and trying to do all the best things. I feel like this person, if this is the person, male or female, doesn't matter. I feel like they're listening to their parents. Or trying to please their parents. That's kind of they're still in that stage of where they want to prove themselves. They want to go to the right school and they want to do all the right plans, and they might seek that attention from the parents, especially maybe a father figure who has and maybe an emotional mother that's very attached to them. I feel like this person wants to please them, and maybe that's what's blocking them. Maybe, somehow life isn't really flowing for you guys to be together in terms of what their parents would think. Now, obviously, if you're like, what the heck, their parents don't matter, and they're not young and blah, 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 blah. It could be that they feel committed to some family. It could be that they feel committed to a child and a wife or an ex-wife, or vice versa. It could be a woman who feels emotionally attached to or reliant on a husband that provides for her. Like I said, it's going to be, there are people involved in this. That's the blockage, and I feel like most of you will know what it is. So I don't want to like go on with all these different scenarios. I just feel like there are there are definitely two people. Like your person's one of these, and then it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's kind of see. I'm gonna see what kind of advice maybe we can get about this connection. Can we get advice for pile number 1, please? Their connection. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we have 2 cards that came out. Learn from life and meditation for peace and serenity. So I almost feel like you kind of are, if you have been kind of moving on from this person at this point, it might be for the best right now, yeah, to just accept peace and serenity in your life. I'm not saying that that's the outcome. Like the outcome is like, oh, you just need to let go and learn from the situation, because we have that learn from life card. But I do feel like you do need to kind of detach a little bit, and maybe it's the right thing that what you're doing is detaching a little bit here with that 5 of chalices. Don't drown your sorrows or anything. I feel like you should go for a more positive, outlook and trying to find peace and all that stuff. But it could be that, with learning for life, that this person may, have been some kind of lesson for you, but and it is time to move on. But I think you'll know that if you know it. And if you feel like you want to still wait for this person, I definitely feel that you should. I'm not really going to give too much advice here. I'm just kind of saying, kind of getting a little bit of guidance from the cards. But let me see here. I know that the learn from life card is, oh right, I opened the book right to it. Make an effort to learn something new today. You can try something different and see what happens, do some research, or read a bit in a book by one of your favorite authors. Or you could talk to someone who's had experiences you haven't and ask them about it. Hint, older people may know a lot of things you don't. Maybe talk to a parent, grandparent, community elder, or neighbor and ask them what they've learned from their travels. And you may need to be paying more attention to the lessons that the universe is sending you. Is there something you should be doing differently but aren't because you haven't learned from your mistakes? Yeah, so that could be a clue for some of you. Like, maybe there is something to be learned from this, in terms of what's blocking you. Are you just waiting for this person without taking any action? And, like, already letting go when you didn't maybe take a risk? That could be a message for some of you that you should take a risk with this person. Maybe it's not as dire as you think. For some of you, maybe you do know that it's just, this person isn't going to change, things aren't going to get better, and it's just kind of no point. Then, that would be your message, is maybe to just take it as a lesson. And then with this meditation for peace and serenity, let me just see what it says. Oh, this book is kind of stupid. I like this deck, but, oh, my candle went out. Oh, geez. Well, I just filmed a video right before this, actually, so it's been lit for a while. Number 80, page 80. The card is probably an indication that you are in serious need of some peace and serenity, and maybe a nap. If you've been feeling particularly frazzled and pushed to your limits lately, this card is a reminder to stop for a moment and connect with water in some way that will help you relax. Yeah, so you might just need to chill out. Yeah, basically what it's saying. I mean, seriously. Yeah, so I would just say relax. If you are, like I said, waiting for timing to happen, that's where it's like maybe you actually have to take an action and you're not seeing it, that might be a message for you to do that. That might be what's blocking it. But that's kind of oh my wow, the dynamic I'm seeing between the two of you. It seems like this person really just has their blockages like other people in their life, and yours is more like at the point of giving up. So it's like you maybe don't even want to try anymore. And like I said, this advice card is going to be different. There are multiple people watching at different stages of the relationship with different stories. So I don't want to, say, oh, learn from life and move on if that's not your case. Because maybe it's just talking about taking a time and a break and still doing this but not giving up. Do you know what I mean? Like still waiting on the timing but not really giving up necessarily and throwing in the towel. But like I said, that's going to be dependent on your situation. So I hope that helps you, pile number 1, and I will see you all in the next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, those of you that have chosen pile number 2. This is going to be your reading. So let's find out what exactly is, blocking the connection on your side and their side. On your side, we have the 8 of Challenges and the Black Shuck, which is like the Death card. And then on their side, we have the Enchanter's Wheel, Moonlight, and 9 of Spells. Okay. Okay, definitely on your side I'm seeing, and this is why I want to do the your side part, because I want to make sure that you feel you identify with kind of the reading, because that might help you have more confidence that this part is accurate. Do you know what I mean? The kind of matches. So, for you, there's definitely some kind of situation going on. I think you're fighting the death of something almost. It could be for some of you fighting the death of a relationship you're in currently. Maybe you're not in a relationship with this person, you're in a relationship with somebody else. That could be something. You're not letting go of something, though. You're not letting something go. It's definitely what I'm getting. You feel trapped and you're not sure how to move forward, and it requires a lot. Whatever this connection is, I feel like it's going to require like a lot of transformation, and you're scared. I feel like you don't know how to really move forward in it. I get a lot of blocked energy here. For sure on both sides. And interestingly enough, in each of the readings, I pulled a Wheel of Fortune or a version of it. That's so strange because I definitely see a lot of timing here. In these readings, that I thought that was so strange because I do not cherry pick my cards, guys. I just don't shuffle them on camera because I don't want to waste time, and sometimes I'll do it, like I have done it recently. I've tried to do it, and I will shuffle the oracle cards and stuff, but it's just for the sake of my camera. I don't really do it because sometimes I lose track and then I'll be talking because my camera cuts me off after 10 minutes. So anyways, that's not important for you guys to know. Definitely on their side, I'm seeing timing. They're waiting for the right time. Timing's an issue for them. Things aren't clear here with the Moonlight card. And this person is in a bit of a protective stance here with the Nine of Spells. They are protecting themselves in some way, kind of drawing up boundaries. But it's like their own fear. It's kind of like they're afraid of what like darkness is out there, what's in the dark. You see all those little creepy eyes. They could be waiting for like an illumination. Like, see the full moon here? It's kind of like illuminating the forest. It's like I almost feel like they still are waiting for everything to be revealed in some way. They just don't know like what's going forward. It might be your actions. They might be waiting for your actions to be revealed. Like they don't know what to expect from you or from the situation on your side. And I feel like there's just a lot of changes that have to happen. And it's kind of like that's the energy. Like that's literally the energy. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what to expect. They're kind of waiting for things to be revealed. And you are kind of in this trapped state of where something really needs to seriously change in order for it to move on. And for like something to happen with this connection. Let me just get some oracle cards here, or one or two. Can you get some advice? Some more information. Yeah. So we have 2 that came out. Plant the seeds and cleansing body and spirit. Yeah, I feel like there have to be, like, I think this is kind of just illuminating the plant the seeds, is that there has to be some big change that has to be implemented. You have to plant some kind of seeds in this relationship for it to kind of grow and for it to change. Because right now you're just sort of trapped, I'm getting. And they aren't seeing things clearly. Like maybe if they saw something sprouting that was more stable, then it would work out. Yeah, I feel like there's just something about this relationship. Yeah, that requires some big changes here. Let me just look at this cleansing body. I'm pretty sure I know what this means, but I just want to kind of see what it says. Yeah. So, this card is telling you that you are carrying around some spiritual or psychic crap you don't need, and that getting rid of it will help you get on with the other things you need to do. If you've been feeling dragged down or tired, unusually stressed for no obvious reason, or just plain blue, it may not be normal life stuff. It's possibly you simply need a good cleansing. You'll feel a lot better afterwards. And this card is a suggestion to use the power of water to do some kind of cleansing. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, you have some kind of big mental blockages. I would really start trying to, yeah, like cleanse yourself, maybe do a cleansing bath. Or I would also not only just do a cleansing bath, but some different cleansing rituals or prayers or meditations, maybe chakra cleansing and stuff like that. And I feel like that maybe will give you the intuition. Doing that, kind of clearing your energy, will kind of help you get out of this 8 of challenges type of energy, this 8 of swords, so that you can make that transformation. Because maybe you can't even see it clearly, like what seeds to plant right now with this relationship. But I feel like this person doesn't trust like what's going on. I kind of feel like that's their end. What's blocking them is a lack of trust. They're not really sure what's going on. They're kind of waiting for something to be illuminated, that they want some secrets to be revealed. They're just staying in this kind of like a defensive mode because they're just not sure what's lurking outside. Yeah, and again, waiting for the timing, waiting for things to improve is kind of what I'm getting. But yeah, so I hope that helps you. For those of you that chose option number 2, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Hey guys, so if you've chosen pile number 3, this is your reading. So let's see what's blocking your connection. Like I've told the other piles, I've got a few cards for you and a few cards for them. Hopefully that will help you kind of identify whether you're resonating with a pile or not. Because even me, and I would suggest this to anybody, because even myself when I'm picking cards, like if I have too much crappy energy going on, and this kind of card actually in the last pile reminded me about cleansing. I need to do that myself, to cleanse myself. Because sometimes my intuition even gets messy if I don't meditate and really kind of take care of myself mentally. So that can sometimes happen, if you don't choose the right pile or whatever. So, okay. On your end, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. The energy I'm kind of getting from you is that you want to give this person something, but it seems like they're not really getting it. And you might feel quite bummed about that right now, not happy. And you might even start to be getting a little bit bitter and cynical. You're not as openly giving. I almost feel like, too, with the 6 of Pentacles there, I almost feel like you've given this person a lot and you're tired of being on your knees. Like, it's almost like you feel like you've been begging this person for attention or begging them for something, and they just haven't been giving it to you, and you kind of just are like, and what they have been giving you hasn't felt like enough, right? Because there's only 2 cups here, 3 cups there. So it might just have felt like they haven't given you enough, and you're just tired of being... It could be vice versa. You could be tired of giving them things. It maybe seems like they're always begging you for something when they need it. Or it could be that you're just tired and you're tired of giving all the time of yourself. Or it could be that you're tired of begging for their attention. And yeah, so I definitely see an energy of kind of like, whatever, like I'm over it. Like you might be a bit cold to this person right now, because you're a little bit depressed. You might be a little bit snippy if they talk to you. So that's the energy I'm seeing on your side. On their side, we have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess. I'll be honest, when I get the High Priestess in my readings, it almost means like you're not meant to know everything. Yeah, that's honestly what it usually means for me. So I don't think we're going to get too many answers, but definitely there's a lot of blocked energy on their end. For sure. With the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, a lot of blocked energy, a lot of anxiety. It could be their own mental health that's screwing with them in terms of going forward. There could be something that they're going through in their life. But it's like, I feel like we can't know anymore, or you already intuitively kind of know what's going on, is what it could be also saying. Because sometimes like that card also comes out for me when it's like, follow your intuition, you already know the answer, dumbass. Like that type of thing. So you might actually know what's actually going on with this person, and it's just kind of telling you, listen to your intuition about this. Or it could be that it's a secret that's not really meant to be revealed. They might be, it's just not for you to know right now. I'm going to see if I can get some clarification here. Got a message. Pile number 3. Can was too many. Oh, again, too many. Yeah, a message for pile number disconnection. Okay. We have fire magic and healing waters. Fire magic actually popped out twice, and I was like, okay, that's meant to be there. Which is interesting. I actually got fire magic I just got this deck, so I'm learning it still. And I've gotten this card quite a bit, it seems like, in my readings, but I still don't quite remember. Oops. Yeah. So basically it's talking about doing fire magic. It's time to connect with the magical aspects of fire. If you have a place to do so, light a bonfire, dance around it, or light a candle, stir a pot of something magical on the stove, add some spices for extra heat. It's all about creativity, passion, and energy, but just like fire itself, too much of any of these things can burn us up and burn us out. On the other hand, if you're feeling as though your own internal flames are burning low, perhaps you need to add a little fire magic into your life. I do feel like you have lost some passion, and that might be talking about, finding something passionate to kind of get excited about, because I do feel a lot of apathy here and maybe just a little bit of distance. So I almost feel like that's an advice for you, is to kind of just follow more of your passions. We have healing waters, so definitely some healing needs to be done on your end. I feel like with that, especially with that 5 of Cups. Yeah, I don't even think we needed that card to let us know that. But sometimes this stuff's so obvious. Let me just see. Healing waters 76. I know it's going to say, like, take a bath in the water. I'm sure. Yeah, this card is a reminder to connect with water in its most powerful ways. If you can go to a body of water, the ocean, a lake, or even a stream, now is a good time to do so. If you don't have one nearby, maybe buy a small tabletop fountain and spend some time listening to it. Ooh, that could just be like you could listen to running water on YouTube. Maybe there's some meditation where they have running water in the background. That might be good for you. Take a healing bath. This is like a similar, actually the last pile had a very similar card about, put on some quiet music if you like, add sea salt to the water of the tub, or use a salt scrub if you're in the shower. Be mindful of the element of water as you bathe, and visualize illness, pain, and sadness going down the drain. Yeah, I almost feel like, because I do feel a very sad energy for you, and I almost feel like you just need to purge this for now. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I'm just trying not to go over my time too much. Let me just see. I want to see some advice for you, because I feel like it. Don't tell the other piles. Don't tell the other piles. Or you can brag in the comments and be like, haha, pile 3 got more cards. Okay. Let me just see. What's some advice for... chose pile number 3. What's some advice for them about this relationship? Give me some advice. Interesting. Oh. Okay, this is hilarious. Okay. We have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse, and a time for healing, balsamic moon. Interesting that. I think I have one fall on the floor. Okay. Which, those are actually two of them on the floor. Okay, I'm going to take these two that fell on the floor as well, but interesting that we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Didn't we just have one of those? Like, yeah, so in a time for healing, this might be kind of, perhaps this eclipse somehow is affecting your relationship sector of your chart, of your astrological chart, or maybe your composite chart with this person, or your synastry chart, or progress chart, like in some way is aspecting this. I do feel like that, honestly, what's blocking this connection is I feel like this person needs to heal more than you do. I feel like you feel sad because of their actions, their inaction, in fact. Their problems are your problem. And that's just kind of the thing. I feel like you do have a lot of healing because you don't want to be, okay, the Queen of Swords on the downside can be a bit of a bitter person who lets stuff harden her a little bit and maybe too logical. And that's kind of why I'm thinking about this fire. Like, add some fire in here. Don't just be all about giving and emotions and logic, but be about creativity. That might be one of your keys to healing yourself, is like finding some kind of new passion. It definitely is a time for healing for you. But like I said, I feel like it's more for this person. We do have communication is key here. New moon in Gemini. So you may need to try to communicate with this person. Maybe that's a good advice for you, to try to dig out what's going on with them, because the cards don't, like I said, don't really want to tell us with this High Priestess. It's not really revealing much, other than they're going through a really hard time. So that might be something that you, if you want this to move forward, communication is key, and we have a personal issue reaches resolution. So I feel like if you were to communicate with them, and try to see what's going on with them, you would get these answers. And you would reach some kind of healing and resolution. But and it could also spark some new passion between the two of you as well. Obviously, I don't know your situation, and there's so many of you watching, so I'm doing my best here. But I hope this helped you, and I will see you in the next reading. Hey guys, so if you've chosen pile number 4, which is the last pile, this is going to be your reading. So let's see. What's kind of blocking the connection between you and your person right now? Oh, on your end, we've got Fortune's Wheel, Page of Water, 8 of Water, 10 of Fire, 2 of Fire, and the Star. Okay. I'll also take some clarification from some oracle cards later, but not right now. I just want to see something. There are a few of these I just kind of want to remind. This is a new deck, and I'm just still learning it a little bit. So some of the meanings are a little bit different, but not, I guess, that much. What I'm seeing, though, for sure, on your end is timing, again, with the Fortune's Wheel. Like, I think almost all of the piles, except for maybe the last pile. Actually, the last pile did not get the Wheel of Fortune, but every other pile, so 1, 2, and this one, have all had it. So timing is such an issue right now for you guys. 8 of Water. I do feel like you're definitely in the energy of wanting something better. Of kind of, it almost feels too like maybe waiting, or maybe something's leaving you. Maybe that's why I want to read the deck, because this intuitively, it feels a little bit different than how I would normally read it. So I really want to see what this says, because learning. I haven't had this card pop out for me yet, so Journey of discovery, letting go and seeking a deeper meaning and greater authenticity beyond superficiality. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Kind of, I guess it is what I thought, but it's interesting because usually they're on the boat, and this person seems to be watching it leave, or maybe I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm seeing. But because I almost got the feeling about either the ships leaving them or coming in. So, you know what I mean? That's kind of why I wanted to double check on the meaning here. Yeah, I definitely feel like maybe some of you are at the point of giving up. I get a lot of that energy in these readings, like a lot of giving up type of energy, or maybe just reevaluating whether this is even for you. With the Page of Water, I feel like you want something innocent and sweet. You want that, you know, you don't want anything too hard or heavy. I feel like you just want to be happy. You just want some happiness. Yeah, beginning of intimacy. I was just opening the book here now. Relationships, playfulness, cheerful optimism. Yeah, I feel like that you're just wanting something lighter than what maybe this person is offering right now at this point. And that's kind of what's blocking you. Yeah, and that's just kind of what I'm getting for your end. You just want happiness, and they're just maybe not giving it to you. I want to look at this Ten of Fire real fast. I know what these other ones are, but... yeah, okay. Well, the Ten of Wands, I guess the Ten of Fire talks very similarly like the Ten of Wands. It's finding like a bit burdened and a cluttered life that's the kind of burdensome, like they've kind of just have too much on them. And that might be kind of like they have too many commitments. But this person's letting them go in this card. So that's always a good thing. But I do feel like this person, and this is what I was going to say, Two of Fire and Star, I feel like this person is more in their daydreamy type of head rather than facing it. Like, I feel like they might have a lot of burdens and things to overcome, and they may not be very active about moving forward. It's like they have all these dreams to fix everything. Like, maybe the things that come between you are pretty mundane or obstacles. I've talked too much. My voice is killing me. I did 2 videos back to, or two readings back to back actually, and so now my voice is like no. Yeah, I feel like there are some burdens here, or some things that go on for this person that they're maybe not letting go of. I know that the Two of Fire talks about planning for the future. Kind of like, well, like with the traditional tarot. Creative planning for the future, mapping progress, trusting in the unknown, spirit-inspired ambition. Whenever I can't see how my dreams will come into form, I can trust in the process of co-creation and engage more deeply in the process of envisioning something new. I've already started to make progress, and soon my passion will attract the perfect situation for me. So this person might be in the energy where they've kind of started to get rid of these burdens. They've started to try to move forward. But then again, there's still like the Star card, which is also about healing. So I feel like what's blocking them is that they're still healing. They're still planning. They're still trying to get out of whatever situation that they've been in that's been holding them down. Whatever that is between you. Let me see if I can get some advice here for you guys. What messages? Wait, hold on. Let me just... Okay, there we go. Some messages about this connection. Oh my god. I'm dropping it all. Okay. We have conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Any other messages? Just gonna try like 3 more times. One more. Okay, we got one. Bring love into the situation and conclusions are within reach. Okay, so I guess this is telling you guys that they are actually working towards something. So while it is still in your way and blocking this connection, I feel like they're working towards it. Conclusions are within reach and bring love into the situation. This could happen in January. I don't know if there is a new moon in Aquarius in January. I haven't looked. But, you know, Aquarius season's coming up. I feel like you guys actually... And then we have the Star card. That's also an Aquarius card. I feel like there is some healing this person's doing. And you might actually start to see, like, things progressing in January. So if you have kind of felt like giving up on the situation and you're like, or maybe just kind of even waiting, like I got that vibe from it, like waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like it's going to happen. It's coming in January. So that's kind of what's blocking you, but I don't feel like it's going to be a long-term block, like I said. I feel like it's something that's going to progress soon. So that's good news. I think that might be the best news that I've got from all the piles, actually. So good. Yay! Okay, guys, I hope that helps you, and, you know, leave a like, subscribe if you want, give me some comments, follow me on Instagram if you want. I've been trying to do posts on there, and I will see you guys later. Take care, guys.